What's good, YouTube? It's CuddleofDeath here. Very happy day, woo! And I'm going to be going over some of the interesting details that I missed about Magiana's design. I made the original video in a very sleepy state, and I'm actually still quite sleepy, and I was going to go to sleep, but after staring at the design more and more, I realized that there are actually a lot of cool things about it that could hint at Magiana's typing, purpose, and other things. So I will go over 5 things about Magiana's design and see what you all think. Keep in mind that this video contains my opinions and thoughts about certain things regarding its design, and these are not based off of facts yet, as more information about Magiana is still surfacing at the time that this video is being created. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing, which seems to be the most commonly talked about thing regarding Magiana's design, is that it has similarities to both the Clink family and Diancie. Does this mean anything specifically? I personally don't think so. I personally think that it's just its design, and the other aforementioned Pokemon will have absolutely nothing to do with Magiana. However, it is still a possibility, so don't let my opinion rule that out in your mind if you're set on the idea of Diancie and Clink fusing together or something. It's a cool thought, but I don't think anything special will come of that. I do really enjoy Magiana's design, though, despite it having such similarities to Clink, Kling Kling, and Clang. Clink Clang and Cling Clang. Oh, that's fun to say. And Diancie. Moving on to the second thing, let's talk about Magiana's chest. Magiana has some sort of mechanism on its chest with an indentation containing a sliver of red and blue on one side. Is this some sort of heart mechanism? Is there some sort of circuitry inside? I like thinking about this since apparently Magiana was created 500 years ago by people. I wonder what kind of technology existed in the Pokemon world during that time, and I also wonder what year is it in the Pokemon world anyways. Also, I did see a few people on Twitter talking about how this might have something to do with Xerneas and Yveltal, and this is actually a pretty good thought and theory, but just like the previous idea, I don't think that it personally has anything to do with either legendary. The third thing is still about Magiana's chest, which was pointed out in the comments section of my previous video by a viewer who goes by the name William Britt. Magiana has arrows on its chest right above and below the red and blue areas. The red and blue could symbolize hot and cold, and the arrows could resemble an on and off switch, making Magiana a type of steam valve. This makes a lot of sense since apparently it's being chased by Volcanion, which is the legendary steam Pokemon. I absolutely love this comment. Whenever I saw it, I was like, wow, that's actually a really smart observation, and it's one of my favorite ones so far. So, big thanks to William for pointing that one out. What do you guys think about that? The fourth observation is that Magiana's skirt looks like a Pokeball of some sort. This is an observation I made very shortly after posting the first video, and some viewers noticed it as well. I was really happy that other people noticed it, and I personally find this design to be extremely adorable, but does it mean anything? I have so many questions, and just like I mentioned earlier, that Magiana was created 500 years ago, and I just don't know what kind of technology existed back then. Like, I already mentioned that, but it just brings that question right back into my mind. Does Magiana have the ability to craft ancient Pokeballs, or would it have the ability to craft the ones that we now have in the games? I don't think that this would be something that we'd see in an actual game, but it's an interesting thought. Again, it could just be something purely cosmetic, but I hope to see some sort of backstory of why the skirt has such an obvious design. The final observation is my absolute favorite one that I made, and I couldn't believe that I overlooked it previously. On top of Magiana's head is the design of a third eye. This could be telling us that Magiana is a psychic type. And I know I asked people what they personally thought Magiana's typing would be in the previous video, but I feel like this symbol makes it all too obvious. And yes, I do still believe that Magiana will also be part steel, which seems super freaking obvious based off of its design and the fact that it was man-made. But the question about its third eye is, will it have any specific functions? It's slightly blocked off by its wiry yellow eyelashes, but maybe it'll open or something, which another Pokemon has a third eye, which is Jirachi. And that's definitely a third eye that we do not want to open. So does this mean anything? Will it have a specific purpose? Is it gonna send us all to... Is it gonna doom any person if it opens up its third eye? Or again, is it just purely cosmetic? I think that it's just gonna be a steel psychic type now based off of this. And these are very, good observations that I totally missed. in the first video. Let me know if you guys have any particular observations down in the comment section below that I might have missed. If you have any theories about any of the things that I said, if you have any comments about my observations. And outside of that, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I put a lot of thought into it. I'm still really excited, and I don't know, Magiana is freaking awesome. I can't wait for more information to surface. I can't wait to see other new Pokemon. And outside of that, make sure to subscribe if you want to stay updated on more Pokemon news and updates. I will see you all in the next video. I love you all very much. Bye!